Yeah. Yo. So I was on my pale horse, but it bucked and threw me off. Then I hit the bottomed out, fill up, came up with nothing. The spontaneous combustion of the something that was not much. But I came up to the teller, bank teller doesn't tell much. The suspect was what, wearing the mask and going in. I guess the gasoline that he had was made from porcelain. He's throwing Molotov and he's hoping it was off. But I was telling them to slow down, baby, just do your job, and it was off. I guess we're off for offering, so please listen as I connect with the conduit with these. If I'm speaking through the trees or the wind that was breathed, if you're autonomously cruising on another league. I was 10 toes down with the captain of a failed ship. Try to abandon it, but put a band-aid on it and saying doggone. I've been below the level where benevolent gets, and if you try to just settle it, you're settling. Is it all for the peace or the pride, for the posture? I'm living in the now and I often think of prosper. But what if everything that you dream of went well? Instead of living in an evil tale and not so well, but fell down was the way the wicked cast. If the witch was over here on the east at last, you said sail at half mast, but she could crash the class for sure. But the glass that broke and cut her on the lips, she spoke her words and never uttered another vain thing she said in prospects, knowing that you're leaking out all of your progress, all up over the objects that you obtained. All here, you're born, you gather your things, you die, they disappear. So what's real here? Understand that it's not the GOP, it's not the NASDAQ, it's not the stocks or the things you need, it's just the things you eat. It's the good inside of the weak, it's the time that you met defeat and suffer what came back to repeat. Not the same old cycle, not the repetition again. If you're spending living in sin, you wondering why you won't win, cause you move different, and then different starts to attract. Then you raise your energy, and that is just like that. It's like a magnet that attracts anything that's metallic, that's for sure. Cause metal sharpens metal. If you try to check the temperature, it's rising, but hope starts to rise too. Don't be surprised if all the lies that you devised too. People who were walking around head up in the clouds will understand that it's the war drum that was beating, drowning out the sounds of sorrow, mouths that only speak half truth. I don't deal in falsehoods, and I don't miss you with the foretongue or the wicked venom that I used to spit. But everything is all detachment. If you get too attached to it, you need to separate. You know they keep them separated, segregated, keep them all in cookie cutter houses fully gated. And understanding the fools made it, the fools made it by the gold. Cause the man with the gold sold the rules to the old, and the young dudes fight wars and soldiers steady dying, while the old men are on their pension plan still lying, and still trying to go to heaven with a pocket full of cash. And understand that the camel can't pass through half-mass and half-staff is where you're sitting there with your hands crossed and prayed when you're sitting in a circle with people who were preaching, telling you what to say. I found God in a room full of drunks. I found God around people who just flunked the first class disaster of the life. I'm walking past the trap house where I was living a couple nights, but I'm understanding that the roaches that were running right was just everything to get me set up on this path. As I walk down the side of the road and just laugh at God's creation and everything He made, and finding blessings in the most mundane. It's so simple, but the guidance that I gathered here today, and all the wisdom in the words that I hear from strange mouths and people that you wouldn't understand what they're about. Fear and faith can't live inside the same glass, so if you fill it over with water, when the water erodes away and laughs at your plan, it's God's plan. Understand He paints with a pretty brush, but you might not understand the solution. But don't bother with it too much, it's just the side of the road. Code of be man who can't get up, at least that's what He says to the man that passes with the preacher's prayer that he threw inside the pit, and says he can't go there because it's full of despair. But understand his friend jumps in and says, I've been to the pits of hell and I can get out and bring him back. Then it's all over. I don't need a whole army with me, I just need a couple people who are going 50-50 on getting any peace up out of this life, out of the simulation of night. So listen as you go to sleep and catch some slumber here tonight. It's all peace, it's all prosper, it's all I'm hoping for you if you're fighting in a battle. I hope you swing and you move.